All right, boys. I'm gonna recap for you guys today. Um, Again, I just want to mention one more time that I'm always trying to be, as transparent as I can. Whether that means, showing wins, showing losses, break evens, whatever the case may be. I always want to give you guys the most info that I can. And I honestly just think that's probably one of the most important things that I could do to help you guys out and to really put into perspective, how this trading thing can really work, right? There's going to be tough times. There's going to be times where you're succeeding so far to the point where it doesn't feel real, right? And then it could be vice versa the next week. You can never really tell, but got to experience it. And then for those experiences, I just want to really show you guys exactly what is happening. Um, so today, it was a brutal loss in the way where I was just like honestly just totally wrong, right? I mean, I managed my risk well, right? I didn't lose a whole lot. I think I only lost 500 on this trade, or a little. I honestly I think a little less than 500. So risk management was there. That's perfect. I'm totally happy with what happened today. It was just my bias was just totally wrong, right? And there's days that will be the case, right? And then obviously if we were to have had this bias right, my thoughts would be the same. We would have just been right for that day. But today was wrong. I want to go over why I think it was wrong, and we'll go over kind of like there was another trade that we you could have taken. I want to go over that. I didn't end up taking that one, but to go over this one first, real quick. Basically, so I think it was 7 a.m. Yeah, like 7 a.m. Trump announced something with Iran or whatever. That made a huge spike in the market, right? Obviously, we see this big wick. Um, and this was honestly just like a first thought for where I thought price might want to go, um, at least like off of open or something like that. So what's been happening recently is we've been having things called Judah swings. What that is pretty much just a 930, like 930, 931 market manipulation one way, and then getting your inverse and your entry the opposite way. So what happened at open was I'll go into replay quick so you can see better. What happened at open? We left uh, this low inside of the 15-minute gap, so this intermediate low right here. And what we actually ended up doing, you'll see right at market open, we dump right down to it. Right, this is the 930 candle. We dump right down, we take out that low, and then from here, I saw that we formed a 30-second inverse, right? And my bias, keep in mind, was I was pretty bullish, right, until that high. I wanted to see that high get hit. Um, So in this case, right, we took out this low, we instantly inverse the 30-second. That's a Judah swing, right? That's the setup that's been playing out over and over and over and over again. But today, obviously, my bias was just wrong, and that's okay. But the close was really bad, so it wasn't that. The close was really bad, so I ended up putting a limit in case we want to get tapped in. My limit did end up getting hit, and then at that point, just stop loss at the swing low, and or maybe it was 8 micros. I kind of forgot. I know I lost like 500, so a little more than that. But anyway, we ended up getting smoked, right? Like two candles or whatever get stopped out. At this point, I was like, okay, seems like we're gonna be bearish, right? And if we look on the higher time frames, there's so many gaps below us, right? Like we had a 4 hour gap down here. On the 1 hour time frame, there's so many 1 hour gaps down here, right? So honestly, that from seeing what happened in this trade, I thought that this might be um, the high of the day, high of the morning maybe. Um, so after this happened, right, there was actually a short that was in here somewhere. It was another 30-second. I did not take it. One, because that was like my stop loss would have been like around the entry point, so that's number one. But even if I wasn't in that trade, like these highs right here, they're not really significant at all. There's no structure behind it. There's no narrative pretty much. It was just two highs, right? The only reasoning that you could have taken it were like an AMD model, right? You had accumulation, quick manipulation, and then your distribution would have been this. But honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I faded it. That's fine. It would have played out. Again, that's fine. Um, Now at this point, we're just dumping, right? Like we completely dumping. I was okay with looking for, a continuation or something down to one of the gaps. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. That's all good too. I'll just play this out. Um, Nothing crazy to see here. And then right here, this was a tap of the gap. Like that actually, it did tap it. But we actually ended up putting in a resweep here. And I was off the charts at this time, but I always like to look back and just see if there was anything. Um, this was a beautiful trade, I'm not going to lie. We reswept that low that tapped the 1 hour gap. We put in an SMT, instant 1 minute inverse. And we had all of this LR above, right? And we had a 50-minute gap for the final TP. This would have been an absolutely amazing trade, right? And I don't even think there was like a break-even point either, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you wouldn't even need to go break-even at this point. But yeah, as you can see, it would have played out after, we respect this 1 minute a little bit more, and then we push right up to TP. Like that, it would have been a super clean trade if I did take it, but that's all good, right? But again, yeah, times like this, right? Bias was wrong. I'm going to live with it. That's okay. Move on to the next day, right? We get the whole rest of the week to make up for today's loss, right? And it shouldn't be that hard. I mean, considering my wins are, double my losses, right? Realistically speaking. So yeah, we're just going to stay patient for the rest of the week and keep pushing, right? That's all there is to it. And down below in the description, I'm going to leave my mentorship if you guys want to join up. It offers live trading, calls, all that good stuff. And yeah, the link will be down below if you guys do want to join. If not, it's all good. But other than that, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow for another recap. If not, I'm sure sometime this week. So yeah, peace out till then, boys.